Before you dismiss ChatGPT as overhyped AI nonsense, watch this, because it just saved me $400 in tons of photos, and sometimes nearly cost me my sanity. Welcome to AI for Professional Growth, ChatGPT Edition.
If you've ever tried ChatGPT and felt confused, let down, or just not sure if it's for you, you're not alone. Everyone's talking about ChatGPT, but is it really useful for your life or business? Let me give you the real answer. Because ChatGPT has both saved me hundreds of dollars and, at times, driven me absolutely crazy. In my toolbox, ChatGPT is my power drill. I use it for almost everything. It fits a number of different roles, and 90% of the time, it is my go-to tool. Today, I'll walk you through exactly how I use ChatGPT to solve a real problem, when it's let me down, and what I learned that might save you frustration, or even some cash. When I first tried ChatGPT in January of 2023, it seemed pretty cool, but honestly, I had no idea what to actually do with it. Back then, it couldn't even browse the web, so unless my question was already in its training data, I'd sometimes get answers that were outdated or just plain wrong. ChatGPT will confidently give you an answer, but if you correct it, it'll quickly change its mind. That can be frustrating. How do you trust something that so easily agrees with you? Let's start by unpacking a key term. What is a GPT? GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That's just a technical way of saying it's an AI that was trained on a massive collection of text, books, websites, articles, so it could learn to understand and generate language. Breaking that down, generative means it creates things like writing or answers. Pre-trained means it learned from lots of information before you ever used it. Transformer is the specific type of AI model that helps it understand context and spot patterns in language. So when you ask ChatGPT a question, it taps into all that training to try to give you a smart, human-like response. Earlier this year, I ran into a major headache with my network storage device. I was trying to finally organize years' worth of photographs scattered across different computers. The plan? Consolidate them, remove duplicates, and build a clean photo library. But as soon as I got started, the storage device started throwing errors. Most of my data seemed lost. When I reached out to the vendor, their answer was simple: pay them over $400 just to have them look at the problem. Instead, I decided to give ChatGPT a shot. Here's what I did. I created a project in ChatGPT. Think of it like giving ChatGPT a dedicated notebook for your problem, instead of a sticky note. That let me give it all the info I had on my storage system and configuration, step by step. I fed it long error logs and described the problems I was having. The key is that a project keeps the context, so I could pick up right where I left off, and ChatGPT actually remembered the details instead of losing the thread like a normal chat. Over a few days, we chipped away at the issue. It took some trial and error, but together we solved it. And I saved my photos without spending that $400. That's when ChatGPT went from novelty to real, practical value for me. When I asked ChatGPT about whether I should follow an influencer's advice or jump into Instagram, I got two very different answers. In my project workspace, where ChatGPT knows my long-term goals and values, the advice was nuanced, advising, listen, learn, but always filter through your mission. Don't just chase trends, use what aligns with your brand. But in a new chat window, the answer was all about the influencer's credentials and why Instagram is a must for everyone. No real context or caveats. That's the difference between using AI as a strategic partner and using it as a quick search tool. Both have value, but if you want nuanced, actionable advice, you need to give your AI the right context. Just like working with a real assistant. And if you're not careful, you might end up following advice that works for someone else's business, not yours. If you're dealing with anything complex or multi-step, here's my advice. Set up a ChatGPT project for those long, multi-day conversations. If it's something quick and simple, A regular chat is fine. A lot of people get annoyed when ChatGPT forgets what you talked about. Projects fix that. Use them, and you'll be much more successful. If you want to see exactly how to set up a project or persistent workspace in ChatGPT, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. One important thing to know: the projects feature is only available on ChatGPT's paid plans, so if you're using the free version, you won't see it in your menu.
But I'm not going to pretend ChatGPT is the answer for everything. There are problems it's not great at, especially things outside its wheelhouse. For example, when I ran into issues with YouTube, I didn't use ChatGPT. For YouTube issues, Gemini worked better, because it's made by Google and understands YouTube inside out. For web results, Perplexity's real strength in the beginning was live, up-to-date search. Bottom line, all these AI tools are changing fast. Don't stress about picking the perfect one. Features move around all the time, and what you like in one today might show up in another tomorrow. And I would not recommend using ChatGPT to analyze coffee grinds, as one person seems to have done in Greece. And ChatGPT alleged that the husband was dreaming about a woman whose name began with E, so his wife decided to divorce him. Really? I looked into it. Wild story. And if you use a mobile device frequently, make sure you test the mobile version. You may find some mobile apps have personalities that work better for you. For example, I used to ask questions at home with Amazon Echo and on the go with Siri. Now, I use ChatGPT everywhere because it's the one that works for me everywhere. Like everyone, I have various moods. And strangely enough, so does ChatGPT. One day it's focused, articulate, sharp. The next, it's trying to coach me through my emotions, or rewrite my blog post like a fortune cookie. I get it, it's evolving, learning, updating models. But it reminded me that even in a machine, inconsistency feels human. That said, one thing I've noticed is that ChatGPT does have a very distinct personality. It's friendly and encouraging, more so than some other tools out there. Some people prefer that, others want something more direct. The good news is, most AI tools let you customize their responses. Here's a tip. In ChatGPT, you can set up traits for how you want it to talk to you. Just ask it, "How can I get you to respond professionally?" and give instructions step by step. ChatGPT will actually generate the trait you need. Then you can keep refining it until you get the voice and style that fits you best. So, is ChatGPT right for you? Yes, if you know its strengths and limitations. I use ChatGPT for almost everything, but for what I am currently doing, I spend a large portion of my time in projects and GPTs. You may find that use case different, so you may be more comfortable with a different tool. Use projects for big, ongoing challenges, regular chats for quick asks. And if it's not working, try a different tool. Don't force it. Next up, we'll see how Claude's projects feature stacks up, so you can choose what fits your lifestyle. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share your own ChatGPT wins or fails in the comments.